Yes, welcome back to the Rat Cave. It's Ratzi here for DJKit. Today, I know that I always say that this is going to be a short video. I'm going to keep it short, and then it never does end up being a short video, but I'm pretty sure that this one might be, because I'm looking at the brand new Denon DJ Prime 4 Plus. As you can see here, I've got it literally next to head the old Denon DJ Prime 4, so that we can go through a few of the differences between the two. Spoiler alert, there's not that many, but the differences are the good differences, so I do think it's worth doing. But what I'm also going to do as well, because there's not that much to talk about in comparison to these two, I'm also going to be going through the new main effects which got implemented with Engine DJ 3.1 a little while ago. I did a reel about the new touch effects, but I didn't go through the new main effects, so we'll take a little look at them in this video as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so here we have the brand new Denon DJ Prime 4 Plus, and here the original Denon DJ Prime 4. Look, the differences are minimal, but they are really good differences. So first and foremost, the Prime 4 Plus, I think it looks better and it's got a better feel to it. And what I mean by that, right, is in terms of actually what it looks like, and like the layout is exactly the same, right? Compared to the original Prime 4, nothing has changed in the layout. But aesthetically, there are a couple of differences in terms of the way that it looks. The first thing, which I'm actually really pleased about, is this section up here where the effects are, and the microphones and the main and the zones and stuff. This is now more of a matted feel, right? Compared to this is like glassy gloss feel here, like prime, pun intended, for fingerprints and that kind of stuff. It's like the same, like what is shiny on both sides on the Prime 4. On this Prime 4 Plus, this area is matted. It looks smarter, it shows up less fingerprints, right? So that gets a thumbs up from me. Moving down, even though the jog wheels on this Prime 4 Plus are still 6-inch jog wheels, the same size as the Prime 4, they've changed the angle of the side. So the jog on the Prime 4 Plus is a little bit steeper, which has made the surface area 10% bigger on the Prime 4 Plus. And now I have to say, I am gutted that they haven't implemented a jog adjust on this Prime 4 Plus. I really think that the Prime 4 is crying out for a jog adjust. But, and at the risk of sort of jumping to my conclusion straight away at the start of this video, this Prime 4 Plus, it's not the next version of the Prime 4. It's not an upgrade in terms of it's not a separate controller. It is the Prime 4 with some extra features, not even extra features, like some different features and a little bit of a boost. But let me talk about that at the end. Let's continue comparing these two. So the jog wheels, no jog adjust, but they do feel a lot better than, I mean, it's hard to explain without, you going to your local dealer, DJKit, and feeling them for yourself. But the jogs do definitely feel better on the Prime 4 Plus. But you've got exactly the same display, and they are both 6 inches, but you get 10% extra room on surface area on the Prime 4 Plus because of the angle of the side of the jog wheels. Okay, so moving down underneath the jog wheels now to the performance pads and the area down here. Now, on this Prime 4 Plus, their performance pads and the cue and the play button, they just feel better, to be honest. They've been improved, not only in the colour, where they look a little bit more sleek now, where it's just a little coloured LED along the top of the pad rather than the full square around, which is on the original Prime 4. One of my favourite differences that of improvements that they brought in on this Prime 4 Plus is the cue and the play buttons. On the Prime 4, the original Prime 4 here, they're sort of plasticky and they make more of a click. Whereas on this Prime 4 Plus now, they feel a lot more rubbery and they just feel more professional. So again, that gets a thumbs up from me. Only a slight difference, but if you have these head to head like I have here, you can really tell the difference. So the kind of whole look of this Prime 4 Plus is a little bit more stripped back, a little bit less spaceshipy. I always say about the Prime 4 that this looks like a spaceship. You know, there's so many colours going on this thing, and like there's a lot of silver going on the Prime 4 original, but on this Prime 4 Plus, it's a lot less in your face. I much prefer it. We kind of saw this being brought in when Denon DJ brought out the SC Live 2 and 4. You know, they're a little bit more sort of less in your face, a little bit less loud. And I like the black and the blue that's going on this Prime 4 Plus. And as I said before, you know, the kind of subtleness of the buttons and stuff like that. It looks less like a spaceship. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. That's my opinion. Some people might prefer all of the bright lights of the original Prime 4 here, but yeah, I prefer the Prime 4 Plus. So this being the Prime 4 Plus, we saw this happen with the Newmark Mixstream Pro, right? The original Mixstream Pro came out, which had it powered by Engine DJ, you know, phenomenal operating software. We'll get onto that in a minute. But then not long after, the Mixstream Pro Plus came out, which the only difference between the Pro Plus and the Pro was that the Pro Plus had that extra chip in it for the Amazon Music streaming. And that is exactly the same deal that's gone on here between the Prime 4 and the Prime 4 Plus. They both run Engine DJ. I'm going to get onto Engine DJ 3.1 now, but you know, the only real sort of final difference between these two is that the Prime 4 Plus has got the chip in it so that it can run Amazon Music streaming. So guys, that's literally the head-to-head comparison. That's all the differences. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get rid of this Prime 4 and we're going to front and center the Prime 4 Plus, and we'll go through some of the new main effects that got implemented with Engine DJ 3.1. Okay, so now let's go through some of the new outstanding features of Engine DJ 3.1 on this Denon DJ Prime 4 Plus. Now I'm going to start with the touch effects. The option for touch effects appears up here when you've updated. So you hit that and then it brings you into this screen. Let me just say, the screen on the Prime 4 Plus, the screen on the Prime 4, the screen on most of the Denon units, to be fair, the multi-touch, multi-gestural screen, it is made for these touch effects. You know, it's like an XY pad kind of vibe, and it's just brilliant. It feels so good to use. You get 10 different combo effects on this Prime 4 Plus and on the Prime 4, and I think on the other Denon units as well, but you do only get 4 combinations of these touch effects when you update your Newmark mix streams to Engine DJ 3.1. So better options, more options on the Denon units. Okay, so let's just show you how it works. I'm going to use this LFO Echo, I'm going to reel this tune off here. So the way that it works, you use your finger across the screen, which changes the different beats of the effects. You know, like for example, with this LFO Echo down the bottom as well, you've got the option on how much feedback you want of the effect, but that changes depending on which of the effects that you're using. That changes. So for the filter roll, it's a resonance, you know, that kind of thing. So let's go back to LFO Echo. So now you can just use your finger for the different effect sounds, but the wicked thing is as well, you can actually latch the effect. So now that effect will keep on going without me having to hold my fingers on the screen. And the cool thing about this is you can actually layer them up with the other effects. So you can, let's go with the filter over here, the filter sweep effects. So I've got this LFO Echo going on the touch effects, the filter going on the sweep effects, low pass, high pass, but also you can add, so if I put a high pass filter on there, you can actually also finally layer it up with the main effect. So if I turn on an echo out, do you know what I mean? That's 3 different layers of effects. Mind blowing the kind of stuff that you can do with that, to be fair. So yeah, all in all, the touch effects, as I say, I mean, the Denon units with the touch screen, they were crying for touch effects because the screen is so good. So yeah, that gets 2 thumbs up from me. So let's talk about the main effects on this Prime 4 Plus, which are the effects that you use up here. Effects number 1, effects bank number 1 is over here. Effects bank number 2 is over here. You select which side you want to be using on top of the channel fader up here. Now, there are 26 effects on this Prime 4 Plus. There's 26 effects on the original Prime 4 now as well. Some of them are new, some of them are the old effects that have been improved. There's a few that I wanted to show you, the few which are kind of stand out for me. I mean, you know, you've got Echo, you've got Echo Out, which is a new feature on this Prime 4 Plus, where basically if you change the wet or dry anything more over the amount over here, anything more than 50%, it automatically echoes out. So at the moment, the echo just keeps going, but if I change this slightly over 50%, it echoes out, which is quite cool. So I'll take that off. Let's go now. Swell verb. Now this is a little bit different. It's a special type of reverb which grows longer with a twist of the amount knob. So if I turn this on, so I mean that's, you know, that's a pretty cool, like, it's a bit like a reverb really, but a swell reverb, but you can change the room size of it as well. Pretty twisted, kind of like that one. Okay, so that was the swell verb. Now you've got delay. We all know what that sounds like. We all know what flanger sounds like in the phaser. Now the hold echo. This one is quite hard to master, I have to say. It could either sound really, really good or really, really bad. So what it does is it takes a little bit of the audio and it holds it. So for instance, I've got it on one beat at the moment. So turn the frequency down. Oh, it's worth saying as well, actually, guys. So now you've got the frequency, high pass or low pass frequency, or a bit of even of both. That is on across all of the Denon units now with the new Engine DJ 3.1. But yeah, so that's the hold echo. Now, if we go over to ping pong, that was on the last one. That was on the old one, sorry. Recycler, what this does is it's like an analog style delay. Which adds warmth and saturation to every cycle, is the official kind of text to how to describe this on the Engine DJ and Denon DJ website. So if I turn up the resonance on that, I mean, you know, to be honest, with a lot of these things, they're either a reverb or an echo. They're very, very similar. So, but one, you've got the roll. We all know what a roll does. Stutter out. This is a really, really cool new effect, right? So, turn the effect on. You can decide how many bars you want it to affect before it comes out. The frequency here and different patterns. So you've actually got. So they all do different patterns, right? So let's go on to, so there are 13 different patterns with this stutter out. Let's go to pattern number 9 so you can hear a different one. So, you know, pretty cool for transitions or just for sort of doing funky scatty stuff to your tune. And let's go now to the riser. So what this is again, it's a bit like a delay, which rises in speed and pitch before echoing out. So if I put this on one beat, I would never be using that in a DJ set. I don't know who would, but you know, nice to have it on there. And now actually let's just get, because I'm sort of waffling on a little bit here, pitch down and scale down. This has become a really, really popular effect on a lot of other DJ controllers just recently. So it's really, really nice to have it on a standalone unit. So pitch down, let's turn the length to 5. We'll have it on half a beat. In fact, this one sounds nice on a third. No, it doesn't. So turn it down a bit. So So that's the pitch down. Now, similar to the pitch down, there is the scale down, which does kind of the same thing, but it goes down scales, you know, as it's named, the scale down. So if I turn this one on, so, but with this, you can change from minor to major, or the whole scale. So again, I mean, the thing about the effects, and then you've got reverb, LFO furb, reverb drop, reverse reverb, reverb rise, a negative flanger, auto gate, beat break was on the original. That's a really cool, really cool effect actually. LFO filter, backspin, break, and crush. Those are all of your main effects on this Prime 4 Plus and on the original Prime 4 as well. The thing about all the effects, and something which I've always found about the Denon DJ effects, is that they are really good effects if you use them in the right places. I'm so happy with that duck down and scale down and everything being on these units now, because that is something that I would definitely use. But I mean, in all honesty, all the others kind of sound, as I said before, they're either echoey or delay-y, and some of them are so extreme that I don't think that I would dare use them in any of my DJ sets. But 26 effects, the old ones have been improved and the new ones are very welcomed. As I said earlier as well though, you know, with 26 new effects, all of the different ways that you can sort of affect the effects with the parameter and the frequency, and the fact that you can layer them up with the touch effects and these sweep effects, you know, that's some real creativity and mind-blowing stuff that you can be doing on these Denon units. So now, look, the Prime 4 Plus, I've saved this part till last because I've got a little bit sort of more to talk about in terms of this new feature that's coming. The Prime 4 Plus is going to be the first DJ controller in history, standalone DJ controller in history ever, that has got stem separation built into it. Now, I'm not actually even running the stems beta on this Prime 4 Plus yet. I'm going to give it time for like maybe the non-beta to come out and then give it a whole new video dedicated to that. I mean, you know, regular watchers will know how much I love stems, being a mashup DJ. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the quality of the stems are going to be like. I don't want to do it an injustice by using the beta. Now, stems is, of course, available on other DJ softwares, but that requires a laptop. Actually, worth saying at this point that this Prime 4 Plus is compatible with Serato DJ Pro. It's a hardware unlock for Serato DJ Pro, and it is compatible with Virtual DJ as well, but you have to have the Virtual DJ license. So this does work with DJ softwares. If you want to use the stems on this now, you can use it with Virtual DJ or Serato DJ Pro, which have stems built into the software. But that age-old argument of why you're using a standalone controller with a DJ software, you know, why would you be using a Prime 4 with Serato? Why would you be using it with Virtual DJ? That argument is getting a lot harder for laptop DJs now that Denon DJ, and Engine DJ, should I say, are bringing in these updates like stem separation without a laptop. I mean, why should DJs who don't DJ with a laptop not have the opportunity to be using the stems feature? This is why Denon DJ step up with their innovation. Denon DJ are always the ones who answer. I mean, you know, they bring out this really cool stuff, the updates on all of the units get them. I mean, actually, having said that, that's not true, because we've been told that it's actually only the Prime 4 Plus that is getting this standalone stems feature. But they did say that that's only for the time being while they test like the CPU and all that stuff. I mean, you know, I don't know. Going forward, it'll obviously be on the newer controllers that they bring out. Well, you would hope. But, you know, stuff like the mix streams, possibly on the SC Lives, they might not have enough power to handle it. However, what I will say, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I do think sometimes that having Engine DJ across all of these different controllers is a bit of a blessing and a curse. I mean, Engine DJ is on all the Denon controllers and it's on those Newmark mix streams. And when there is an update, every one of these controllers gets the same update, apart from recently, when as I mentioned before, you know, the mix stream's only got 4 effects, whereas the Denon's got 10 of the new touch effects. But, and I actually said this when the SC Live 2 came out, the 2 channel with the built-in speakers, why would you go for the SC Live 2 when the new Mark mix stream has got 2 channels, built-in speakers, but it's considerably a lot cheaper, but it's still running the same operating system with the Wi-Fi and the streaming and the lighting and all that stuff. But perhaps now we are going to be seeing a little more bias with Denon DJ putting only certain features on their higher end controllers or their flagship controller, which is currently this Prime 4 Plus, to sort of make people lean more towards getting the higher end stuff. I don't know. That would make sense to me, but I don't know if they're going to sort of do that more going forward, or if it is just a case of the Prime 4 Plus is the only one getting the stems because it's the only one that can handle it. So look, let's wrap this up. My conclusion on this Prime 4 Plus, if you currently have a normal Prime 4, the older Prime 4, there's no need for you to update to this Prime 4 Plus unless you are hell-bent on using Amazon Music. You know, the original Prime 4 has got the different sources. It's got Beatport, BeatSource, SoundCloud, Tidal, Dropbox. You know, you can use it with Virtual DJ, you can use it with Serato. There are so many different ways to play music on the original Prime 4. Unless you are really, really dying to get hold of Amazon Music, which is the only extra that this Prime 4 Plus has got at the moment, then there's no need to update. Now, having said that, if the Prime 4 Plus is the only one of the Denon units or the Engine DJ units that gets stem separation in standalone mode and the old Prime 4 doesn't get it, then I would say, mate, go for the Prime 4 Plus. If stems is your thing, then of course that's what you want, right? However, what it all boils down to, yeah, is this Prime 4 Plus, it is an upgrade and it is an update from the old Prime 4. But this isn't the next control, you know, this isn't, it's way too similar to the old Prime 4 for this to be Denon DJ's answer for the next Prime 4, you know, the Prime 5 or the Prime 8 or whatever they're going to call it. You know, who knows with Denon what they're going to bring out. Like, they are so innovative with everything that, you know, who knows. But actually, having said, you know, Denon are so innovative, you could argue that actually this Prime 4 Plus compared to the old Prime 4, there hasn't really been much innovation because they're not much different. But as I say all this, I don't have the stems beta on here. I haven't played on the stems on the Prime 4 Plus yet. I might be blown away by that and I might be like, sell your old Prime 4s and buy this new Prime 4 Plus. Or wait and see when Denon are bringing out a newer flagship or a Prime, God knows what it's going to be, because the original Prime 4 is pretty old by now. It is due maybe the next version, the next generation. Anyway, gang, I'm going to leave it there. Look, let me know in the comments, do you have a Prime 4? Are you tempted by the Prime 4 Plus? Are there enough new features on here to make you jump ship from, not jump ship, but sell your original Prime 4 and go for the Prime 4 Plus? For me, the highlights are, I mean, I don't care about Amazon Music if I'm completely honest, because why would you need it when you got Tidal? But it's nice to have a bigger jog wheel, and the jog wheels genuinely do feel better, even though they're not bigger. Would have liked to have seen a jog adjust. But the general look of this Prime 4, I think, looks more professional. It's better. And, you know, you've got that new Engine DJ 3.1, which is implemented across the rest of them, but it's really nice to have it on the bigger screen of the Prime 4 Plus if you're comparing that to, like, the SC Lives, which are smaller screens. But I guess that we'll all see what happens with that standalone stems. If that is ridiculous, then, you know. Anyway, look, whatever, I'm waffling again. Let me know, are you keen to update to a Prime 4 Plus, or are you happy with your original Prime 4? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Share it to anyone who might be in the market for one of these Prime 4 Pluses. And don't forget to subscribe to the DJKit YouTube page for plenty more videos like this. Guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, you take care. Peace.